Minions. The world's greatest villain. This is Gru. Gru has a very cool job. He's a professional villain. He has a freeze ray, a big black house, and a scary dog named Kyle to prove it. Some people have basements or cellars, or just a lot of dirt under their houses. Not Gru. Underneath his big black house, he has a huge secret lair and a secret lab where a mad scientist named Dr. Nefario and an army of little yellow minions work on Gru's villainous plans. Gru dreams of being the greatest villain in the world. He has behaved badly in the past, popping kids' balloons and freezing customers at the coffee shop so that he could move to the front of the line. But Gru wants to do something bigger. Gru sits with his dog Kyle in front of the TV looking for an idea. The news interrupts his show. "This just in," shouts the newsman on TV. "The Great Pyramid of Giza has been stolen and replaced by a pyramid-shaped balloon. It's being called the crime of the century." The phone rings. Gru knows it's his mother. "Hello, Mom," he says. "I wanted to congratulate you on stealing the pyramid," she says. "That was you, wasn't it? Or was it a villain who's actually successful?" Gru knows his mom is just rubbing it in. He sighs and hangs up. Who is this other villain, Gru wonders. He wishes he had thought of stealing the pyramid first. Suddenly, Gru had a big idea. An idea for the biggest crime ever. He runs down to his secret underground lab to tell Dr. Nefario and the minions his big plan. "We are going to find a shrink ray. We will then pull off the true crime of the century. We are going to steal the moon," he tells them. The minions all cheer. This is the most villainous idea they have ever heard. "Once the moon is mine," explains Gru, "the world will give me whatever I want to get it back, and I will be the greatest villain of all time." Dr. Nefario isn't so sure about this new plan. They have to find a shrink ray and build a rocket to go to the moon. Those things are expensive. "Hey, Gru," the mad scientist whispers. "I don't see how we can afford this." Gru just shrugs. He has a plan for that, too. Gru goes to the Bank of Evil to get a loan. In the lobby, another villain is waiting for a loan, too. Gru doesn't like the look of him. He has a nerdy haircut. "Hey, I go by the name of Vector," the other guy says. "It's a mathematical term. I'm committing crimes with both direction and magnitude." Vector shows Gru the piranha blaster he invented, but Gru is unimpressed. He doesn't want a friend. He just wants to steal the moon. But the bank manager won't give him a loan. "There are lots of new villains," he says, "like that young fella out there named Vector. He just stole the pyramid." Gru can't believe his ears. Gru decides to officially make Vector his nemesis. Since Gru can't afford to buy a shrink ray, he does what most villains would do. He steals a shrink ray. The minions help him steal it, but just when Gru is about to fly away with his new gadget, he hears a buzzing sound. Bzzz! A laser cuts a hole in the top of Gru's plane. Then a giant claw reaches in and steals the stolen shrink ray. Gru looks out the window. It's Vector! "Quick, don't let him get away," Gru shouts. The minions fire everything they've got at Vector's shiny white plane, but Gru's nemesis easily dodges them. A mechanical arm emerges from Vector's plane, holding the shrink ray aimed at Gru's vehicle. "Hey, Gru," yells Vector. "Try this one on for size." Mzz. A bolt of lightning shoots out of the ray and hits Gru's plane. As his plane shrinks smaller and smaller, Gru begins to plan his revenge. Vector lives in a sleek white house. Gru tries to sneak in and steal back the shrink ray, but Vector has too many booby traps. Giant saws pop out and cut the ropes Gru is climbing. A catapult springs forward and tosses Gru back over the wall. There's even a shark that jumps up to bite him. Then Gru sees little girls selling cookies. Vector lets them in while he places an order. Light bulb. Gru now has a new villainous plan. A few days later, the girls return to deliver the cookies, but Gru has filled one box with cookie-shaped robots. Once inside, Gru uses a remote control to operate the cookie bots. The robots sprout legs and steal back the shrink ray. Vector quickly realizes the shrink ray is gone, and he starts plotting his own revenge. He has heard about Gru's plan to steal the moon. It's pretty good. Vector decides to steal the moon himself. Wait until Gru sees my squid launcher, Vector says. The moon is as good as mine. Meanwhile, Gru has already put the shrink ray aboard a space rocket. The plan is simple, he tells himself. I fly to the moon. I shrink the moon. I grab the moon. Just as Gru's rocket lifts off, Vector arrives and shoots his squid launcher. The slimy squid sticks to the side of the rocket, yanking Vector along into space. Gru aims the shrink ray at the moon. Bzz! It works. The moon shrinks to the size of a baseball. Gru grabs it, but then his nemesis floats by. Vector surprises Gru and steals the stolen moon. Before Gru can grab it back, Dr. Nefario puts in a call to Gru. The shrink ray effect is only temporary, the scientist says. You can't steal the moon. Gru drifts back into his rocket. He smiles out the window at Vector and then blasts back to Earth. Suddenly, the tiny moon in Vector's hand begins to grow and grow and grow until it's back to its full size. Vector is stranded on the moon. Gru races home in his rocket and then runs outside to admire the night sky. Good night, Vector, he calls out. Until next time. Thanks for reading.